Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, you folks, sampler review series reviews I do for the while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie. This next one proves that I don't just review shit that I want to review. Sometimes I review stuff just for the sake of reviewing something, just because it exists and it needs reviewing. But we'll get to that. It's super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Wonder Lake shirt, which I've worn a number of times now in my videos. Today specifically, I was just like, I knew I was going to go out and grab some stuff to review and everything, and I was like, well, I was just, worn the Cold Chamber shirt a lot lately, the Mudvayne shirt. And I was like, let's get the Wonder Lake shirt in. Yeah. And if you're not familiar with Wonder Lake, I'm not entirely surprised. They're a local Illinois band, three-piece hard rock metal band. Really good dudes, really good music. I enjoy their stuff a lot. I've been fortunate. I've seen them a few times perform live. I actually have videos of said performances on this channel, just in case you're interested. But they are extremely good dudes. I highly recommend checking them out. Like I said, if you enjoy, hard rock, heavy metal kind of stuff, look up their stuff. Somewhat limited availability online. If you are interested, hit me up. I can kind of direct you in the, hopefully the right direction. But anyway, what am I reviewing for you folks? What are we doing? Why is it something that I'm just reviewing for the sake of reviewing? Well, it is boom! It is Seltzer 8, I guess. Seltzer 8 Hemp Infused Seltzer, 25 milligrams hemp extract, Delta 8 watermelon flavor. That is a lot of fucking stuff to be saying. So it's hemp. Look, it's like the weed thing. Calming, and then it's all the stuff. So, yeah, okay. I've gone over there. I've had, hemp-based drink stuff. And it's supposed to have, a calming effect on you, like it says. I don't know if it really does. And I'm not really into seltzers. But I ran into this at, a random-ass gas station, super late at night. And I was like, alright, I'll fucking review that. So, and again, it's oh, look, it's hemp, so it's the weed thing, even though it's not the weed thing at all, because weed is a thing with THC, and it's its own thing. But, yeah, so there's no, pot or anything in this. It's just, that's their little way of being ooh, a little cheeky. I don't care, let's just find out how it tastes, I guess. Alright. I mean, it doesn't smell bad, but it smells watermelon-y, to be fair. Just that seltzer kind of. Better than I was thinking. Better than I was expecting, for sure. In some ways. Okay. My concern with going into this is, well, with it being a seltzer, seltzers suck. I'm sorry, I know they're the fad of the day, and I've reviewed a couple of them on the show. Seltzers are kind of lame. And I mean, good on you if you enjoy them. I don't really dig the seltzer thing. I've never been into it. Even with, the sparkling water stuff. I've tried to get into that a little bit. I can kind of, I think the sparkling water and the seltzer industry, I think as the years have gone by, they have gotten better. I don't think they taste as bad as they did even just a few years ago. I think they've learned, hey, we need to find ways to make these things more appealing to people if more people are going to be drinking them. I still don't think they deserve to be the fad that they are, but again, if people enjoy them. So in that regard, this is, again, better than I was expecting, because I really was expecting just a very light watermelon flavor with that nasty TV static fucking seltzer water flavor. And what I got was something that's surprisingly flavorful, and then really none of that like nastiness that I expect from seltzer water. Just fizzy, just carbonated. So that I'm down with. However, what I don't like is after you get the watermelon flavor, which is light but still flavorful, and it's pretty nice, it's refreshing tasting. After that, you get this weird sour bitterness flavor that not only is not good, it is very long lingering. What do I mean by long lingering? Well, you saw me drink it, right? That was, a little bit ago. It's still on my tongue right now. No joke. I can still taste it back there. It's not a good flavor. Ugh. Yeah. I also have to mention with the watermelon. Um, they did that thing. Okay, so it's got more flavor than I was expecting. Part of the reason why is because they did that thing with the watermelon where they amped up the watermelon flavor. And what I mean by that is that a lot of times, like, watermelon is a very mellow flavor. It just is. So in order to make that flavor more appealing to a lot of people, a lot of times companies will go over there and they will amp up that flavor. So the watermelon, which is normally just nice and mellow, takes on this kind of tanginess to it. A lot of people apparently like this. I do not. I've never been a fan of it. Even as a kid, I always just felt like watermelon's a good enough flavor as it is. I don't need it to be amped up. If I want that amped up flavor, there's other fruits. So this, they definitely do use that. It has that amped up watermelon flavor. It's not taken to a critical level, so I can still kind of go with it, but I personally prefer just the mellow watermelon flavor. But that aftertaste is genuinely something very gnarly. And I'm guessing that's like the hemp. Because again, I have had a couple of hemp-based drinks. I don't know if I've ever reviewed them on here. But they do tend to have this weird funkiness to them. It's just not a very good flavor. Yeah. Um, so here's the thing with it on the overall. I don't like it very much. I almost did though. If it was just the watermelon flavor and the fizziness, I would be down with it. Because I think it would actually be okay and it would be a nice refreshing drink for what it is. That aftertaste though is actively abrasive. It's not the worst aftertaste I've ever had, but it is probably one of the most long lasting, which is what makes it so terrible. If it just hit and it was gone, I could probably go with it. But it lingers on the back of your tongue so badly. And it's not like a super heavy flavor, but it's back there and you can taste it and it's shitty. So, yeah. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Nope. Nope. I definitely wouldn't get this again. Again, it's the whole kitschy thing of like the hemp and the thing, and then, again, it's calming or whatever. I don't know if it's calming or not. I tend to be a fairly calm person in most of my life. All that aftertaste is bad. I tend to be a fairly calm person in most things I do in my life. Anyway, so I really don't need some bullshit thing that's trying to cash in on weed to go over there and be like, oh, it's a thing. It's just fucking hemp. Just stop with the fucking nonsense with the weed leaf and everything. And I know. It's like, oh, it's made from the same shit or whatever. It's like, come on, it's marketing, And if it does have a calming effect or whatever, that's fine, that's cool. I'm not against that, I guess. But fundamentally, your drink still needs to taste good. And you came close, but that aftertaste ain't good. And that ain't worth all the hemp in the fucking world, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it probably is, because I would imagine hemp probably has a fair market value for what it is. It could certainly be used for many things. So, it probably is. But as for recommending it to other people, I don't know who this is for. I mean, is it, I guess maybe it's for people who are, again, just, fooled easily by stupid marketing. You know what, I shouldn't say that, because that's shitty. I'm sure there's people who this appeals to. I'm sure there's an actual marketplace to it. I I don't understand it because, again, if you're a seltzer person, there's definitely way better seltzers out there. Okay? So that's the thing. So then, really, the only advantageous thing is like this whole hemp association and any potential calming aspect to it. I mean, if you get something from that, that's awesome. I'm genuinely happy for you. But I just think that if they'd just gone over there and just had it be a seltzer and got rid of the hemp stuff, which again I'm guessing is what is causing that funky ass aftertaste, it would have been a fine drink. It would have been an okay tasting seltzer, that was nice and refreshing and watermelon tasting. The hemp stuff, that's got to be the kitsch. And if that's the kitsch for you, that's fine if you're getting something from it. But I don't get anything from it, and I can't recommend it to anybody else because I'm not going to go over there and tell you it's got a calming effect or anything like that. I can only talk to you about the flavor, and for me, the flavor just isn't very good. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly not hemp-tastic rest of your life. I mean, again, if you're into it, but do we really need hemp in our drink? Is that a thing that we need? I don't think we need hemp in our drinks, personally. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, are always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. And I apologize, if I have been a little bit of an asshole to anybody who, again, maybe you enjoy the benefits of your hemp stuff. And that's fine. I apologize. I'm not trying to be, but it's hard for me to take this shit seriously, is what it comes down to. But if you do take it seriously and that's your thing, that's great. And at the end of the day, if we run into situations in our life that are stressful, frustrating, etc., take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you're going to try yourself out some Seltzer 8, 25 milligrams, Delta 8, watermelon, hemp extract, what the fuck ever. And maybe you're going to love it. Maybe it's going to be fantastic, and it's going to be calming, and, it's going to work all kinds of magical miracles for you. And if it does, that's fantastic. And you can go over there and you can hit me up in the comments and be like, Brandon, you don't know what you're talking about, and blah, 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 blah. And then you're just going to trail off because you're so calm from the hemp stuff that you're just going to let it go. You're just going to let it go. You're not even going to push send. Or, conversely, maybe you're going to try this stuff and maybe like me, you're going to be like, that doesn't taste very good and it doesn't need hemp in it. And, hey, maybe Seltzerate or who the fuck ever, maybe stop putting hemp in your fucking drinks. They'll probably taste better. Bye!